So 8 million babies are born with birth defects every single year. Today, I want to talk about the 4 reasons why that happens. Nutritional deficiency is a huge factor. Now, like I've been teaching you for so long, the body needs 90 essential nutrients. If Mama Bear is 72 out of 90 and Daddy Bear is 37 out of 90, well, they're going to produce a child. They're going to have an embryo that is nutritionally deficient. And once you bake the cake, there's no going back. And nutritional deficiency in the embryo can create Down syndrome, spina bifida, cleft lips, even autism, and the list goes on and on. Nutrition is a huge, huge factor. In fact, in ancient times, or not even ancient times, just native times, just a few hundred years ago, they would actually fatten up the woman before she became pregnant to make sure that she's full of great nutrition. Essential fatty acids, soft tissue, hard tissue, just making sure that she is ready to create life. Number 2 is pelvic position. Now there's something you don't just think about every day, but when your pelvis is tilted down in the back, that's what's called posterior pelvic tilt. This is a huge root cause when it comes to things like endometriosis, PCOS, miscarriages, C-section surgeries, and birth defects. When the pelvis is tilted like that, it also changes the position of the womb. Now the baby is in that womb in an uncomfortable, unnatural position. This changes the pH. You need a good pH for your baby to develop. If it becomes acidic, you have an environment that's acidic, that's not a good situation to have. Also, there might not be natural detox happening. The position of the pelvis can create a lack of detoxification. You constantly need to clean out. And if you can't, again, you're changing the pH of the womb. What causes posterior pelvic tilt or interior pelvic tilt? It could be forward as well. It's muscle dysfunction. You read my book, right? You know, muscles move bones. So if your muscles are misaligned and your posture is just completely deviated, well, that pelvis is going to tilt, and that is going to affect your baby. Number 3 is obvious. That's going to be your smoking, your drinking, and your drugs. This is going to create dysfunction in the body. This is going to alter the development of the brain of the baby. Alcohol specifically, I mean, that's liquid sugar. So all this sugar definitely will slow down the development of your child. Number 4 is the poor 4s. Now you hear me say the poor 4 foods all the time. You definitely don't want to be eating those 4 foods because that is going to create more nutritional deficiency and it's going to create a lack of absorption in the gut. Now, the poor 4 toxins is something I don't talk about as much. That's going to be your mold, that's going to be your heavy metals, that's going to be plastics, and that's going to be pesticides. You want to be very careful. It's not worth the risk. You just get real OCD with it and just get off all the toxins that you can. You also want to think about tap water. Do you really want to be drinking tap water when you're pregnant? You also want to think about tampons, before the pregnancy, leading up to the pregnancy. You don't want to be doing that because there's chemicals in there as well. Be very diligent. Get off the poor for foods. Get off the poor for toxins. If you want to have a healthy baby, it's best that you plan accordingly. At least 6 months. I would even suggest a year. You and your partner need to get your nutrition up. You need to make sure your pelvis is neutralized. And you need to make sure you're off all drugs and alcohol and make sure that you have no toxins coming into your life, okay? You need to be healthy from head to toe so you can give this child a fair shot in the world. If you don't want your child to have a birth defect, and I promise you, it's not genetics. Don't let the medical monopoly tell you it's genetics. Don't let them tell you it's bad luck. This is why birth defects happen, and this is how you prevent them from happening. I want to encourage you to share this video with someone else that you feel needs it, and subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you soon.
Be sure to read or listen to the book Peace Over Pain by Dr. Kevin Reese. It's available on Amazon or Audible. Also, if you'd like to ask a question, tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Dr. Reese Live.